I've got 3 simple steps here that any one of us can start implementing today to break the slob cycle. Yes, you heard me right. Stop being a slob and start being tidy. Any of us can do it. It's super simple. I'm going to show you exactly what you have to do and how easy it can be to finally break free and stop being a slob. Home, and welcome to today's video. Now, we share a video with you all each and every day, as I love sharing about all the homey things. So from homemaking to homeschooling, home discipleship to homesteading, all with an eternal heavenly minded approach. And today I wanted to talk about the tidiness of one's home. We're doing a show and tell all month here in September, where I'm quite literally opening our home and just sharing with you guys and answering y'all's questions. And something that I see so often is, so you're telling me your house always looks perfect. How do you keep up with it? How do you keep it manageable? How do you seem to keep it all together, essentially without losing your marbles? And these are some of those tips and tricks and things that I implement, because I will say that me in my natural state, I probably lean more toward the slob side than the nice, tidy, perfect side. Now, I like things being tidy. I've shared with you guys how, especially dealing with ADHD and myself and my children, having a clean and tidy home really does have an effect on the mental load that we all carry throughout our days. So it really is impactful. But I also share with you guys the things that I do. I became a wife and a mom at 17 years old. We moved into our first home on my 18th birthday. I hadn't the slightest idea what I was doing, and I really struggled for the first decade as a homemaker to even figure out why my role there, why it matters, how to do it, any of that. And so that's why we have a lot of homemaker related topics here. I'm also very passionate and believe that we all should have a lovely life, regardless of our circumstances, regardless of our bank accounts, regardless of how beautiful it might actually be. I think we all can choose to wake up and see our days as lovely as we want them to, and to really just live in the blessing that the Lord has given us each and every day. And a big part of that, I think, really does come down to breaking the slob cycle. When we are constantly dealing with a messy house, we're constantly overwhelmed, we're constantly behind, we're constantly juggling all the stuff. Does any of this sound familiar? When we're living in that slob cycle, it can be really difficult to find any lovely. It can be really difficult to find any peace, any calm, any of this wonderful, mushy stuff that I love talking about as we romanticize life. And you're like, yeah, cool story. I'm drowning in stuff. All right, so you're on the same page with me. We're tracking here. Okay, number 1, step 1 of 3 steps. If you want to break the slob cycle and start being tidy, not being overwhelmed with all the stuff and all the things, number 1, simplify, okay? We cannot organize clutter. You can buy all the bins, all the things, watch all the hacks, whatever. You cannot organize clutter. Clutter is chaos, and it only breeds more clutter, which breeds more chaos, and that's your slob cycle right there. You've got to simplify. Now, this can look different for everybody's home. I would say that we're very much minimalists in the way of essentialists. I like to only keep the stuff that we actually need. As a Christian, I am called to be a good steward of the Lord's resources that He has entrusted to me. I only want to keep the things that I actually need. But especially when dealing with the slob cycle, really look at your life. Maybe walk around your house right now and go, where am I seeing a lot of clutter? Where am I seeing a lot of just slob, mess, chaos going on in our home? There's laundry everywhere. Maybe you need to scale back and get rid of it. Everybody only needs a few outfits. You don't need that many clothes, right? Are there toys everywhere? Is your kitchen cupboards just overflowing with stuff? What is it that is just taking up the space and adding to the chaos and the clutter that you're dealing with? If you want to break the slob cycle, step 1, start simplifying. Step 2 here, once you've gone through and you have simplified, you've gotten rid of the excess, you've cleared out all of the stuff that you're drowning in. Number 2 would be stow, okay? First we simplified, now we're stowing. Get your space back to ready. Before moving on to anything else in your day, get your space back to ready. put those items away where they need to go. Stop taking something and picking it up and putting it over here and then picking this up and putting over there. Part of breaking the slob cycle is trying to get things from point A to point B as quickly as possible. So if that means your laundry needs to get put back in the drawers or the closet, instead of dumping it on this chair to move it to that table, to set it in that basket, to lay it in the bed, right, whatever it may be that you're moving it around, take it out of the dryer, put it away, right? Get from A to B as quickly as possible. Start putting the stuff away where it needs to go. And if it doesn't have a space to go, you either need to get it a space to go or you need to get rid of it, because clearly you don't need it that much if you don't even have somewhere to keep it, okay? We've got to start getting our spaces back to ready. I shared some reels even with you guys of just getting my space back to ready and resetting my home before I go to bed each evening, and it really does make such a difference. I'm gonna be sharing my evening and morning and even afternoon routines with you guys. So if you have any questions about them, just leave me a comment down below and we'll be happy to cover that. But put it away. Get your space back to ready. If you want to really break the slob cycle, you need to simplify, but then you need to start stowing your items. Get them put where they need to be from A to B as quickly as possible, and stop procrastinating and just moving things from here to here to here to here. Stow it. Put it away where it goes. Call it good. My third and final step to really help you break that slob cycle, to really start to be a tidy person and be able to keep up with the things, and that would be to savor, okay? Simplify, stow, savor. What I mean by that, soak in the blessing around you. Truly see the lovely woven throughout your day. And if you have questions, you're not sure how to do that, I'll leave you a playlist. We'll link it down below. We'll put it everywhere, right? Go and watch those videos and see what I'm talking about. But when we truly start to seek the lovely, to weave bits of joy into our day, to really appreciate and even romanticize the life around us, that helps light that fire inside of us to say, you know what? I'm gonna be productive today. I'm going to take better care of what the Lord's entrusted to me. I want to set up a home that truly nourishes my family. It's our little place of refuge and peace, and not a place of overwhelm and clutter and frustration and just stress and kids bickering over stuff and whatever it is you might be dealing with. When you really focus on savoring the lovely around you, it really does make a big difference as you get that internal shift to want to continue, to want to do better. And then the more you simplify, the more you make sure you stow stuff away properly when you're done using it, the more you savor it, the more that'll make you want to simplify, hey love, and make sure stuff is stowed away properly, and then savor it, right? You see that, it's like you start oiling all the cogs in the machine, and next thing you know, everything just starts spinning.
Hello guys.
Hello guys. Do I simplify my stuff on a regular basis? Yes, all the time. Mwah. I am constantly simplifying. Every season of life brings something different, and it means we maybe need new things, but then we don't need other things. Constantly be simplifying. Constantly be working on getting things back to ready as you go. While you're cooking, do not sit down to eat until you've gotten the kitchen back to ready. After you're done eating, don't go sit in the living room until you've gotten the dining room back to ready, right? Before you start homeschooling, make sure you've gotten everything else back to ready. After you're done homeschooling, get that space back to ready. The more you start doing that, the more it just becomes second nature. I shared with you guys all the time things I do around our home. Not that you need to do it like how I do it, but these are just things that we do. I get dressed and ready first thing in the morning. Yes, every morning, first thing in the morning, I'm dressed and ready to walk out the door because I like feeling put together. We have an evening routine every night. All of our dishes, all of our laundry, and all of our floors get completely cleaned. That's just what we do. We don't even think about it. It's just part of our evening routine, and it gets that space back to ready, right? We've simplified, we've stowed, and we're savoring. So that way we can make the most of what the Lord has given us, what we have going on in our day, and really just let it be a blessing for us and for our family, because it really does make a big difference. So friends, these 3 things would be my top tips here with breaking the slob cycle. We all can do it. I think probably most of us lean more towards that slob side of things, but it's okay. You don't have to be stuck there. You can absolutely start implementing these things. If you want to see my complete home cleaning and home organization system, I'll leave a link for that down below. I have a simplified approach to the Fly Lady system. It is what has gotten me through nearly 20 years of being a wife and mom and homemaker, and I believe in it 100%. But you want to start breaking your slob cycle today, you need to start doing these 3 things. The more you do it, the easier it gets, the better you get at it, and the more that you can enjoy a lovely day each and every day that the Lord gives us. So I'm gonna leave you guys with a playlist for a little more encouragement of what it means to really live a lovely life. So let me get you that playlist. You guys can go binge those videos. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, friends.